grade when I was diagnosed. But lately, like, all my friends know, like every single one of them. It's not a big deal. Move to a friend's house and I have to go to the bathroom. It's like a normal thing. Like, it's not a big deal. A lot of my friends are so supportive, and by telling people, I met Maggie, she goes to my school, and we both had that pattern. It's weird. But, yeah, sorry.
Well, actually, I have 3 friends. I have one of my best friends was diagnosed with Crohn's disease, and another one was just diagnosed, and I just found out one has ulcerative colitis. So we all do the walk together, and all of our closest friends are so supportive. They know us as people that have Crohn's, and it's just normal. They don't really treat us any differently.
I first found out, I was kind of secretive about it. I only told like my first few select friends. But now I'm more open about it. I found like the more open you are, it's more common than you think, and a lot of people have it. So like the more people you tell, you can kind of joke about it, and it's kind of like easier to deal with.
For those of you that are seniors in high school or thinking about college, how did having inflammatory bowel disease influence where you look in schools?
It didn't really influence where I looked. It influenced where my mother wanted me to go, though. She set a 3-hour limit, so I'm going 5.5 hours away. I'm going into upstate New York. I mean, my Crohn's have never been to the point that I've really had to base my life around where the closest bathroom was, when can I get to my pills. I've had flares when I've had to live like that for a few months, but other than that, it's been pretty much fine as long as my meds keep working. I'll be able to get through college okay.
I since graduated college, went through college, but it didn't really influence where I looked. I mean, I had my specialty that I wanted to go into, which was nursing, so I mean, they were the schools that I looked at. I didn't really, Crohn's didn't really make an impact on that. It's just really the housing was a different issue in itself, like Anne was talking about before, the bathrooms. If you're living on campus, you want a bathroom in your suite. So you definitely want people to know. I like to tell all my professors just in case I'm out for a while or I need to use the bathroom several times in a class. But it didn't affect where I looked. I mean, as long as you're comfortable with your disease and you're doing well, I think it shouldn't impact your life like that.
One other comment I asked this question because Karen always asked it. What do your parents do to bug you the most about having inflammatory bowel disease? Okay, you can start. Go ahead, Frank.
Personally, being Myra is a major issue. It's I can't drive unless I take it, and it's quite painful when you have to inject it in your leg. Also, the pills is another major concern. It's always you can't go out till you take the pills. Take the pills. I used to have to take stuff, but I mixed it with yogurt. That was a pain when I wasn't hungry. So, my parents, mainly my mom, is just major burden.
For me, with my parents, it's always pills, pills, pills. They're constantly reminding me. I like that because if they weren't there, I would be flaring up right now. It would be horrible. They do help me get through a lot, but at times, they can get pretty annoying.
I was just going to say, the question that everyone hates, like, how are you? Are you okay? Are you okay? I hate that question so much. If I'm not okay, I'll tell someone. I'm very outspoken, so if I don't feel okay, I'm going to call someone. Sometimes I'll sit there and I'll try to hide it. My mom's like, I know you're not feeling okay. But if I want to tell her, I'll tell her. So, I mean, I know it's all in the best interest, and they really do it to protect us and make sure that we don't have flare-ups, and it's, all for the best. So, I appreciate it. Sometimes. Well, the same thing as Sarah was saying. No offense, Dad, but like any time that you put your hand near your stomach, my dad's always like, oh, are you okay? Do you have a stomach ache? And, well, I mean, that's good, but it's a little annoying sometimes, so.
Zach, I'm going to ask you, you're the major cheerleader on the panel today. Could you talk a little bit about what it's like to NG feed every night? You're doing it for a really long time, right? And you're not on any other medications, right? So how do you do it? Is it tough to do?
Well, once you kind of, at first it may seem like a little scary, I gotta say, but I've been doing it for a couple years now, and even when I first had to get it, right away I was like, I want to play it myself. So, yeah,
You showed us how to do it on TV, right?
yes,
So it wasn't, you can do it. Is that your message to people? You can do it?
yes.
All right, is there questions? Anybody from the audience have a question? Yes?
My question is sort of like, people like, people that have the accident, why do you have the accident? Why do you think
Okay, so those of you who currently have an ostomy or have had one, why do you have it?
Okay, well, I went in to get a resection done, which is where they take out 2 pieces of your intestines, and the surgery didn't go well. The pieces fell apart from each other, so they had to emergency surgery to place an ostomy. And it's just to give my colon a rest, kind of, for a few years, just so it can heal and get better.
Do you have an ileostomy then?
Yeah,
So that's the small intestine. And actually, you had an ileostomy part of your surgery. So you don't have an ostomy now. So you want to explain to what?
My colon was actually so bad they had to take the whole thing out. So they wanted to actually let the rest of my rectum stop from being inflamed, but they couldn't. So they ended up just taking down the ileostomy anyway.
Any other questions?
Can I share something?
Sure.
My mom had an ileostomy. I had put on about 3 months ago.
You don't have, how was it? Were you okay with it?
Yeah, it was very annoying.
Yeah. But it makes you feel better, right, girl?
a lot better.
Yeah. So, is that, do you think it's something to be feared, or people should feel comfortable having one for a period of time if they need it?
I think they should feel comfortable. I feel completely fine, like, with people knowing. It's just, after a while, it gets to be, like, not a big deal at all. It just becomes part of your life.
We now have a wound ostomy specialist here at the Children's Hospital, which we've not had before. We've had advanced practitioners who are very, very skilled, but we now have a wound ostomy nurse. So that's somebody who can help manage this appliance. I saw other hands and questions. Yes?
Yeah, for those that went to colleges that were further away from home, did you find it necessary to establish a relationship with a gastroenterologist in that community?
Sarah went locally.
Yeah, I went locally, but I'm like a homebody anyway. I wanted to go close because I just like to have that access to the home. But I think it would be beneficial to know some kind of, 911 plan where if something happens, you can go to your, that gastroenterologist that is up by the college. I mean, because I've seen college doctors through the college. That was kind of an emergency situation, but I mean, yeah, I would definitely try and find someone that you feel comfortable with for that time being.
I think it's always helpful to have a backup plan.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, we didn't hear the question or the answer. Oh, sorry, the question was, should you have, if you're going to college farther away from home, should you have a gastroenterologist locally at the college? And the answer is, could you have a backup plan? So, did you hear that question? Did I scream loud enough? Do I need to repeat it? So the question was, should you have a if you're going to college, should you have a gastroenterologist locally close to the college? Should you have a flare or something while you're at school? And I think most of us would recommend that you do have a gastroenterologist locally that you can use as needed, should you have a flare at school. Question, yes?
I was wondering, if you the kids who use the NG tube, have you ever had the problem of triggering your gag reflex when you pull it out? Do you have any tips or tricks?
Oh, the NG tube gagging when you're pulling it out, tips or tricks?
I'm not on that anymore, but when I used to, it kind of did start the gag reflex at first, but you'll get used to it. When you're putting it in, the best way to kind of stop that is to drink water through a straw, because that kind of helps with the flow going down.
Yeah, how about when you're pulling it out, though? Pulling it out.
I don't really think pulling it out does that much, but putting it in.
Pull it back?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
would I would pull it real fast. And, yeah.
I just know that I learned this at camp. If you just put your hand like this, if you cup your hand with your thumb inside, it stops the gag reflex.
Yes, in the back. So drinking the formula instead of doing the NG tube, that's the question. Have you ever done it?
I've tried that and it's absolutely terrible, and I definitely don't recommend it at all. It's just not good. The NG tube is a lot easier than trying to drinking it.
Real? I think it's hard to drink that amount of formula.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Just the quantity of how much you would have to drink for the amount of calories they want you to have overnight. It's so much. I mean, your stomach would just get so full. I mean, when you have the NG tube placed overnight, there's a rate that goes on the machine. So it's not like you're drinking all of this solution and filling up your stomach. It's at a slow pace so it can digest evenly. If you were to drink it, you would get so full, I feel like you would just get sick.
There was a question over here. In the back. Yeah.
When you're living on your own, what sort of reminders do you use for yourself to take your pill?
Reminders for pills besides your mother.
I mean, pills, I would say this the past 3 years that I keep them right by my bed because I only take my meds at night, but just so that I can physically see them right next to my bed and say, oh, I need to take them when I take my contact that I take my meds. But also I know Aaron had said a while ago, I remember one of the education days that he had a sign on the back of his dorm room door that just said, take meds, or remember to take meds. So as you're walking out, it's huge, size of paper, it just says, take your meds.